Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula, and when I'm not sacrificing orphans so I can live forever, I'm here at the Wolfie Lair reviewing movies. Right now, I'll be reviewing CHUD, a movie about, CHUDs, aka Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. They're basically the New York version of mole people. Enough stalling, though. Let's watch already. The film begins with a lone woman walking her dog in the middle of a New York street at night, in the 1980s. That's pretty much asking for something horrible to happen to you. Well, this woman approaches a steaming manhole cover, and as she passes it, something horrible happens to her. What did I tell you? Apparently, this kind of shit is becoming a bit of a problem in New York. Mostly, it's just homeless folks that live in the sewers that have been disappearing. And since the NYPD is too lazy, I mean busy, they aren't doing anything about it. Speaking of homeless people that live in the sewer, this prolific photographer named George Cooper has been tasked with taking pictures of the underground homeless population for a report. One of these homeless men has survived an encounter with some kind of creature down there. But because he's homeless, it's against his nature to make any sense at all.
I need a gun.
What do you want a gun for, Victor?
Shoot them.
Shoot who?
Ugly fuckers.
Oh well. Meanwhile, a police captain named Bosch is interviewing AJ, the man in charge of the homeless shelter, for info on the disappearances.
Putting in so much of your time to help me track down a few undergrounders?
Wait a second, wasn't he one of the thieves from Home Alone? Weird. Anyway, as it turns out, the woman who was abducted at the start of the film was Bosch's wife.
You tell me who's missing, Bosch. We lose the mayor down there? Or the president? Or your mom disappear?
My wife.
Now it's personal. Meanwhile, a CHUD takes out a grandfather in a toll booth. Well, this little girl's childhood is ruined. Bosch finds out about this the next day, so he and AJ head to the city council to inform them of these rumored monsters.
And I believe that these murders are somehow connected to the probe that's going on underneath the streets of this city at this very moment.
One of the members says they might have left some toxic waste down in the sewers and that it might be mutating homeless people. This is why I don't live in New York. They even have the corpse of a CHUD. And guess what, though? They don't think there are any more down there. This is just wonderful. Oh yeah, George Cooper the photographer is heading back into the sewers with a weird reporter that's been stalking him. AJ is also going down there. Wow, the sewers must be a popular hangout spot. Elsewhere in the sewers, George Cooper and company are continuing their delightful stroll when suddenly... Shit! I really think he should just turn back the way he came now. AJ is still looking for an exit when he witnesses a group of CHUDs chilling out. For some odd reason, he feels the need to approach them when he makes a noise that alerts the gang. Good idea, buddy. That's what he should have been doing. Back above ground, Lauren, George's pregnant girlfriend, finds a hole in his apartment that leads to the sewers. Guess what she decides to do next? Doggy. Well, she gets the hell out of there, like she should. But she didn't lock the door, and of course she's busy doing the gratuitous 80s shower scene. Just happened? Well, they never explain it because the next scene is a young John Goodman playing a cop at a diner. And then some random CHUDs show up to kill them. George is still wandering around in the damn sewers when he gets attacked by a dude in the process of mutating. After the zombie slaying, George meets AJ and they team up. They find out, though, that the tunnels have been sealed and that poisonous gas will be released, killing the CHUDs as well as them. Don't start cutting your wrists yet, kids, because it's not completely hopeless. They discover a video camera amongst some corpses that links to an NRC control room feed. Elsewhere, Lauren is trapped in her apartment by a CHUD. The police show up to her rescue, but they're dispatched fast. Get it? Dispatch? You know, because they're, cops, never mind. The CHUD breaks into the joint. Lauren drops some chemicals from her hidey hole and manages to blind the sumbitch. Then Lauren grabs a conveniently placed cutlass and chops off that CHUD's head, but good. CHUDs are like jack-o'-lanterns. Back in the sewers, the dynamic duo is told by Bosch where they can escape from the tunnels. They make it, but they need Bosch to open up the manhole. He's about to rescue them, but he's murdered by Wilson, a man working for the government who's hired to cover up the CHUDs. And he was just one day away from retirement. Not really. George and AJ make it out, but Wilson's about to kill them too. Lauren arrives to warn them, and they both dodge the truck. It's not over yet, but AJ's got a trick up his sleeve. You know, a gun. Then the truck just explodes. I guess it has something to do with the gas in the sewers, but I'm not totally sure. I guess everything turned out just fine in the end. Bosch is even alive. I guess he was just taking a nap after being shot in the spine. Fire is pretty. Well, that was CHUD. A fun horror flick that I heartily enjoyed. Well made, too. Could have used more CHUDs in it, though. Then again, I could say the same thing for a lot of movies. I give CHUD a CHUD out of CHUD. This review definitely could have used more CHUDs in it.
Why are you putting makeup on your ass?